Hey.
Could you introduce about yourself?
Yes, my name is Erik. I am coming from Germany, the southern part of Germany. I live in a village with around 4,000 people. The village is called, it's very in the southern part, and it's close to Stuttgart, 100 kilometers. And Stuttgart is the capital city of the state where I live. Germany consists of 16 states, and Stuttgart is one of the capitals of one of the states.
I have not been there before,
Okay.
but I have been in Berlin and Frankfurt and Munich. Have you been there?
No. Well, yes, in Frankfurt I have been there when I was a child, and sometimes I switched the plane. I changed the plane in Frankfurt for a connection flight. But Munich, no. I was in Berlin 2 times. One time with my school from Germany, and one time with my family. And yes, it's a very nice city, but
yes,
I think you can.
nice.
Yeah, but I think you cannot compare it with the rest of Germany because Berlin is something special. In the past, it was divided into 2 parts: East Berlin and West Berlin.
Yeah.
So there are 2 different cultures within one
the
city.
Berlin Wall.
Exactly. And, yes, after the city became one part, one city again, there are still, you can see still some differences, and this is one thing that makes the city special, I think, in my opinion.
I also love Berlin. Yes, impressed me.
Yeah, there are around, as far as I know, around 5 million people live there, and it's the capital city of Germany, and yeah, I haven't been there a long time, but when you go there as a tourist, you have the opportunity to see our government working. You can go into the parliament, and if you have a good day, you can see our chancellor maybe when she's talking. But
Actually, I have been there. The big building that we go up, and then we can see the whole city. Is that right?
I don't know if it was that building. Was it the government building?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Was it that building with that glass roof on the top?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, then it was the
And I
government
was
building.
staying in the cold for more than 1 hour.
Yeah,
A
sometimes.
lot of people want to
see it.
see
Yeah,
it.
we were there in January and it was very cold, and the government had there, and I think it was some kind of holiday or something, and that's why we came in very fast, so we didn't have to wait. We just went in and we could take a look around, but there were no political session going on, so we couldn't see any politicians there.
Okay, so thank you so much for being here in my interview.
You're welcome.
And today I really want to hear something in business context, but in German culture. It means that when people doing business in your country, could you say something about the business culture or the attitude or something special about German people that we should know in order to have a better relationship with German company?
Well, one thing is you have to be on time. Like in Sweden, you should be on time. And yes, I don't know exactly on what differences you want to point out in comparison with other countries, but yeah, meetings are normally formal, and yeah, but I don't know anything special about it. We have when we work, we have a working time between 35 and 40 hours a week, and we have. I think we are the country with the most holidays. We have around 28 holidays per year, and we have a lot of I don't know the word in English. Days where everything's closed. Public holidays, I think. We also have a lot of them, but people, when you look at the statistics, they say that German workers are very efficient, so somehow it works that we can have a lot of holidays and also work a lot. So yeah, this is one special thing. Yeah, we are very bureaucratic, I think. We have a lot of rules. We have yeah, we have. I think this is a base of our democratic system. So when we work, there are security rules for working and all the rules you should take care about. But this is in the whole country, and we have also some state organizations which take care of those bureaucratic and yeah. So in common, you can say that we are very bureaucratic people, and yeah, we have a lot of rules and we have a lot of laws, and they're sometimes also complicated to understand for us, for the normal person. And yeah, we have a very complex tax system. And that's different in Sweden. They have it much easier here, I think, and we have. I think it's one of the complexest systems in the world we have, and we have also, of course, for this we have rules, and then we have exceptions, and so you can do a tax declaration every year, so you have to pay tax, but then you can do a tax declaration that you can maybe get some tax back, but you have to know the rules, and sometimes you have to pay a special person for doing that, so it's very complex, and sometimes you need help for getting money back from the tax.
Thank you. And for international management perspective, if we are a company in Vietnam and then we want to cooperate with the company in Germany, so for the first time that we visit your company, so what could happen? Like, what is the way you welcome another partner that visit you?
Normally we try to adapt on our guests, of course. But when you want to respect the German rules, you can shake hands or something, and you should be, of course, on time. And if you cannot be on time, you should call that you will be later, for example, a traffic jam or something like that. And then it's also no problem, but if there is something that you cannot be on time, you should call the responsible person that you will be later, because otherwise this could lead to confusion at the beginning. And this would not be a good start. So yeah, the only thing, punctuality is a very, very important issue we have. And of course, the German bureaucracy when you come into the country, I think you have to get a visa or something like that.
Yeah, it's we must have a visa. Europe visa.
Yeah. But I don't
what
think
I'm looking for is
especially issues about the company or
it's in business context. Yeah, but what is the culture in business?
Well, when you come from another country, you should speak English. You should be able to speak English.
Yeah.
Of course, it would be better if you speak German, but the fact that German is our language, English is okay.
But I see that German people are really good in English.
Yeah, it depends. Not as well as the Swedish people, because they're better. They're much better than we. But if you going for business relations, then it's different. Then the people, they speak English very well, but it can happen that when you're outside on the street and you need some help, depending on the area where you are, it can be that you meet a person who's not able to speak English very well. So maybe if you outside of the company want to go out in the city, you should be able to just some basic knowledge of the German language. But within the company, English should work fine.
Yes, I didn't have any problem when I travel in
okay.
Everybody can understand me, and I ask a lot of questions when I get lost.
Okay.
Yeah,
it depends. When you are in the big city, the people, they speak English very well. But when you come to the smaller areas, it depends. The younger people, they can speak English, but it depends on the generation you're talking to.
Yes, and I have a little bit sensitive question, because since last year we have a lot of German students here, and also that I have a chance to visit Germany maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I also have a point of view about German. For example, in the perspective of a customer in in Germany, like when I'm in the McDonald's store, I'm not talking about the quality of McDonald's, but I'm talking about the customer services there. Is it right or wrong if I say that German people easy to say no? For example, I ask something in the seller in McDonald's store, and he can say no with a very cold face. But after for a long time that we have international culture that I'm get familiar with. Okay, maybe they say no with a cold face, but it doesn't mean anything. But how can you say something about it?
Yeah, well, first of all, McDonald's is an American country, not a German company, and well, I think the people there, they're not paid very well, so it can be that they're not very friendly with their responding, and also I think that their English is maybe sometimes not very well. So yeah, in fact, that they're not paid very well. They're sometimes not very friendly,
so
because
they
have a lot
unhappy
of
because they
well,
don't have a good payment.
I don't know. If you imagine you have to work for around 7 hours and with that burgers and stuff, and you don't get paid very well, and you have a lot of customers and so on, and I think my mood would also go down.
So it's because of the personal problem. It's not about the culture of the country.
No. It's just it's because of. I think this is. Well, personally, I like McDonald's. I like the burgers and stuff, but I don't want to work there because the working conditions there are sometimes not very well, especially in big cities. When you work in a McDonald's in a big city, there are a lot of people coming. You have to work a lot, and I don't know what the actual wages you can get at McDonald's, but it's not very high, and you always do the same. You say, do you want to eat it here? You want to take away? You want to have a Coke or whatever? You always do the same, and I think, yeah, that for that reason, sometimes the mood of the employers, of the workers, go down sometimes. So yeah, but I think it depends hard on the company. So you can also meet people at McDonald's. They're happy, of course, but if you go into a restaurant, for example, they're of course more friendly because they have a better salary. And they have, they're just better in it because they have to be friendly. Otherwise, the customers wouldn't come anymore. And when you go to McDonald's, you don't have any special wishes. You just want to have that, and for that, you don't need friendly workers, you know. So yeah, I think it depends very, very good. So,
but you know, because I have been in 14 countries, and only in Germany that they are very cold. And the last one really friendly because McDonald's almost the same everywhere.
Okay. Yeah.
It just impressed me a little bit. Not a big deal.
I think this is. I think you cannot compare. Where has that been with that McDonald's? Where was that? Was it in Berlin or?
I usually have McDonald's when I'm traveling.
Okay.
In Munich and in Berlin also.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think there's a McDonald's issue. You cannot compare it with the other part of Germany because when you go somewhere else, and depends also on the English knowledge. Because in Germany it's we have different kind of schools, and you start with a basic level, then you can after you have finished the basic level, you can choose between 3 ways. Either you stay at the same school, or you go to, I don't know what's the exact translation, the middle way or the higher way. After the higher way, you're able to study. And for selling burgers, you don't need a high qualification, and so they could have maybe also have a lack of the English knowledge, and when they say no, it's maybe not meant in an unfriendly way. It could be that they just don't know what to say.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Interesting. Because I was thinking that okay, is German like that. Because tourist people usually it's fast food and it saves time, and then we can go and see another things.
Yes,
we don't go there just eat.
I was impressed when I came here to Sweden. And I went at the subway at the central station in Göteborg. There are also a lot of people, but the workers, they're so friendly. I was so impressed.
I was interviewed a Swedish guy last week, and he told me that because Swedish have permanent culture. It means they don't want something that conflict.
Okay.
Yeah. If I compare between Swedish and German, maybe I think something like go in the opposite way. Because
the Swedish people are friendlier, of course, and that's why I like this country. But what impresses me that they're also friendly in stressful situations. So, for example, at that subway when I was at the central station in Göteborg. There is maybe a big difference. And yes, maybe also a big difference is when you go in a shop, for example, and you have to wait in a queue. And in Sweden, no problem, no stress. But in Germany, if you have to wait for a long time, the mood is going down because they think they spend useless time in waiting. And here in Sweden, no problem, everything keeps friendly. But in Germany, this could lead to some discussions.
And what else? I have in my mind one more question about German businessmen. I think I don't have much experience with German people, but who I have met, I think they have very good skill in leadership. I mean, they're serious all the time. I don't know, but usually in a group that have a German student, usually they will you do this, you do that, and everything organized.
Yes.
What do you think?
It could be true because we have in companies we have another kind of hierarchy. For example, you have I don't know if it's the same in Sweden, but I have the information that is like that you have a more flat hierarchy here in Sweden, but in Germany it's more structured. So you get your orders from the top, the orders go down, and so maybe it's because of that. So everything is a bit stronger organized. The worker knows the parts he has to do, and when there's...
So it means that in business culture in Germany that the employee is supposed to do what the manager say?
Yes. You have, for example, you work in a department, you have a department manager, then the workers follow the instructions of the department manager, and this department manager gets his instructions or the instructions from another manager, and so this is how the hierarchy is built, and this is how it works. But I don't know if it's the same. I cannot really compare.
Because in international management perspective, there's another way that the international company trend to localize. It means that the manager of the branch of the company in a specific country or a specific city, they can make decision there by their own. They don't depend, not so much depend on what the top manager think or decide.
Well, yes, you can also, of course, make decisions by your own, but not too big decisions. They should keep in the area of your work you have to do. So if you are responsible for hiring personnel, for example, you can make the decision, we will hire you and you don't hire you, for example. But it should always keep in the way the company goes. So, yeah. But normally it's not that way that the personal manager asks the the CA, whatever the top person, can I hire this, because otherwise the organization would not work. So you can of course make your own decisions in your department, but that decisions should not affect the other departments because they have their own areas, and so it has to go then with the department managers, and they have to decide and so on.
Cool. And what else? Could you say something about the ability of German people in terms of adapting a new culture? I mean, for example, if you invited to China, I think that you know how much it's different in China about culture, especially even in business culture. What do you think? Is it easy for German to adapt?
I don't personally. I think it's not very easy. I don't know why, but when I compare with Sweden again, here the people there are, I don't know, for my opinion, more international, more open to other cultures. I think we have problems with adapting to other cultures, but it's just my opinion. So then I cannot explain why we have these problems, but I think we have these problems. Yeah, that's true.
I think it's good to say it because if someone wants to cooperate with German companies, so they will try to do it your way.
Yeah.
And you will appreciate that.
You would say no to that, of course, but
because
it's just my opinion. It can be different from company to company. So, well, if the company in Germany wants something from your company, they will try to adapt. Like maybe your company or the company from another country wants something from a German company, then they should adapt. So, yeah, it's like that, I think. But personally, as I said, I think we are not very good at adapting.
And currently, do you think which is the country that German companies cooperate a lot?
Sweden. France. We cooperate with a lot of countries. China. Sure. Yeah. Russia also, especially for resources like gas and oil. Yeah, I think we have a lot of countries we cooperate because we are exporting a lot, and so hard to say. Yeah, but I think the main, in my opinion, the main countries are France and Russia. Yeah. And I guess I believe some more, but this is just my opinion.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you for interesting information.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And I have something for you.
What is it?
Some German
Wine?
stuff. No. It's, I don't know, does the English word liqueur exists?
Liquor.
Yeah, something like that for after the meal.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I don't bring anything for you.
Doesn't matter.
Is it a culture of your country that
to drink a lot? Oh yeah.
No, yes. I was impressed about the big beer like this.
Yes, we love beer. Yeah,
I almost drunk.
In Germany?
Yeah.
Have you been to the Oktoberfest?
Yes.
Very good. So you learned a lot about the German drinking culture.
Yeah, and I try my best to finish the beer.
Good.
Actually, I have a friend and she's totally drunk. She
Yeah.
cried.
If you're not used to it, you get drunk very fast. But
it's so big, I cannot hold it in my one hand.
yeah, the October Festival is, I think, the best opportunity to learn something from the German drink culture.
And I think German people can drink a lot and don't get drunk.
Yes, because I think we're used to it. But yeah, this is a common, saying or something like that you can drink a lot. Or maybe it's true. I don't know. I'm not that drinker, but what I have heard, I should agree. Yes.
last year I was interested about the beer festival, but I didn't have a chance to join.
Okay.
How many beer people can drink in that festival?
Sorry, how many?
How many beers? Glass of beer?
I don't know. To be honest, I'm not the kind of beer drinker. So,
you're not?
No. When I drink something, then I prefer French wine, but beer is not. I don't like the taste, and I don't know how many beers. Depends on the size of the glass and the price, maybe, or the quality. So I think I'm not the right person to answer that question.
Actually, a few weeks ago, I talked to a friend who also from Germany, and he told me that it's really ridiculous because the beer in Sweden only 3.5%.
Yeah. The special thing is that the alcohol in Germany is very cheap, and so that's the people from Norway, they come to Sweden to buy alcohol because it's Norway is a very expensive country. So in Sweden it's cheaper for them. But the people from Sweden, I heard that they go to Denmark because it's cheaper than Sweden, and in Denmark they go to Germany because it's cheaper than Denmark. And I think in Germany the alcohol is very cheap, and you can buy alcohol everywhere. So you can go to the supermarket. Yes, of course, you can buy it everywhere.
Maybe over 40%.
Sure, of course you can buy it in a normal supermarket. You have to be over 18, I think. I don't do this very often, so I don't know exactly. You have to be over 18, and you don't can buy it in every shop. And it's I think it's around half as expensive as it is here in Sweden. So we don't have a Systembolaget or something. And yes, if ever someone goes to Germany from here, tell them to bring some alcohol because it's cheaper. So yeah.
Each country is really interesting, different.
That's true. Yeah, that's really true. Especially in drinking behavior. But yes, we Germans are famous for drinking beer and having a lot of beer and eating sausage and sauerkraut and whatever.
In Germany, do they drink beer in the business meeting? Or after?
After, I think. Because normally you don't drink. No, it's normally you never should drink during your work, because then you get fired immediately. But yes, after the official part, when it's getting unofficial, yes, then you can do it, of course, because it's then free time, and some companies organize some things for the visitors to go out for eating somewhere, and you can order whatever you want, and of course some visitors use that to order some beer because they're famous for our beers, and yeah, so then it's up on you.
So in business, they usually make the decision, decide to make a contract in the official office, or they make at a restaurant in dinner or something.
I think that depends on the company. I think normally it's in the office because it's more formal, and when you go out for eating, it's more unofficial to get to know each other. To get to know them also maybe a bit from the private side, what they're doing. And yeah, the formal meetings are when you want to sign a contract, it's normally always formal, because we want to go sure that the rules are respected to avoid any misunderstanding. And I think that's why we are very formal with that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you again.
No problem.